സംഗീത കുടുംബത്തിനൊപ്പമാണ് നമ്മളെന്നുള്ളത്. വയലിൻ സംഗീതജ്ഞനായ L Subrahmanyamവും സംഗീത പ്രതിഭയായ Kavita Krishnamurthyയും രണ്ടുപേരും മാതൃഭൂമി ന്യൂസിനോട് അവരുടെ സംഗീത ജീവിതത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കുന്നു.
നമസ്കാരം.
At the age of 5, you are traveling with violin. How has it happened?
My father is from Kerala. My mother is also from Tiruponnithura. Both of them learned music. They were very, very fond of music. My mother used to sing and play harmonium and veena. My father used to sing and play violin. So I was introduced to music at that age, very young. I used to hear all the time when I was very small, either my mother playing, father teaching somebody, or father playing, or my elder brother, elder sisters, they were being taught, outsiders taught. So slowly I got attracted to music, and I wanted to be like my father, play the violin, because he was a tremendous violinist, and he is responsible for changing the whole violin from being an accompanying instrument to bring a solo status in the international scene. Before that, violin was just being played with somebody. His whole dream was to make the violin heard all over, Carnatic violin, Indian violin, heard all over the world in the mainstream. So he used to work a lot on that, so I got that vision, that inspiration, so I followed his footsteps.
40 വർഷമായി മലയാള സിനിമയിൽ താങ്കളുടെ ശബ്ദമുണ്ട്. മലയാള സിനിമയിലെ ജിംഗിൾസിലൂടെ ഉജാല ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള പരസ്യങ്ങൾ ജിംഗിൾസിൽ നിറഞ്ഞു നിൽക്കുന്ന ശബ്ദമായിരുന്നു. How was the journey in 40 years and how was the entry of film industry?
I had no intentions of coming into film industry, but it so happened that I used to sing and I won a few prizes in competitions. So it was my Bengali aunt who took my hand and she said, "No, I think you have a future in the playback scene. I'm going to take you to Bombay." So she brought me to Bombay and put me into St. Xavier's College, and the only person we knew at that time in Bombay was Hema Malini. She was a close friend. So in college I started singing with, in the college day function, and then Hemant Kumar heard me. He said, "Why don't you sing with me on stage?" And then from him he called up Mr. Manna Day. I started singing with Manna Day. Then a friend of mine called me to sing a jingle. So I sang, lot of jingles like washing powder, Nirma, Laya Naya Ujala, Jhandu Bam. I started singing jingles. So one thing led to another. So when I finished my graduation from Xavier's, I decided I loved music and I wanted to be in music. So that's how my career took a turn. Actually, there's nobody in my family in music except for me.
When listening to your filling songs, Lataji always connected with your voice. People love your voice and Lataji on screen till 14 years and now. What was the magic happened?
Actually, what happened was my first song was with Lataji for a Bengali film under Hemant Kumar. So kind of Lataji was very sweet to me. And then 1979, I started dubbing songs for Lakshmikant Pyarlal for Lataji. I would sing for shooting and then Lataji would come and sing it for the actual film. So what happened is one by one, lot of producers heard me, and suddenly after 4 songs would be Lataji's in a movie. The 5th song, they kept my voice in Mang Bharo Sajna. Same thing happened with Pyar Chukta Nahi. Lataji, most of the songs were Lataji's, but one song which I had dubbed, they said, "No, this is a child voice, we'll keep it in your voice." And Pyar Chukta Nahi became a Silver Jubilee film, and T-Series established itself with that film. And my song did very well. From that time, then the producers would say, "Okay, let's use Kavita ji for," like Subhash Ghai used me for Karma and Saudagar. So one by one, then Hawa Hawai came. After Hawa Hawai, I got work in the industry and...
Chicky lucky chicky chicky lucky chum rap chicky lucky chicky chicky lucky chicky chum pak chicky lucky chum rap chicky lucky chicky chum मैं ख्वाबों की शहजादी मैं हूँ हर दिल पे छाई मैं ख्वाबों की शहजादी मैं हूँ हर दिल पे छाई बादल है मेरे दिल पे बिजली मेरी अंगड़ाई बिजली गिराने मैं हूँ आई बिजली गिराने मैं हूँ आई कहती है मुझको हवा हवाई हवा हवाई हवा हवाई हवा हवाई हवा हवाई हवा हवाई.
At the same time, Lataji was also singing, but she was very, very nice to me, and she used to kind of liked me a lot. So I had no problems. Everything went off pretty smoothly because of my break with Lakshmikant Pyarlal, and then slowly I used to sing for R.D. Burman also. So one by one the doors opened, you know. That's
At
what
the
it
same
is.
time, you're also working with film industry.
Very selectively I did for Mira Nair, Salam Bombay, because that was almost a true story how the children were being exploited. Then after that she asked me to do that Mississippi Masala. I did a few other films. I even
Ismail
did
Lion Merchant, yeah.
some
Cotton
other...
Berry and all that.
E Snehatiratu, one of the Kerala film also I did for
E Snehatiratu.
E
one of
Snehatiratu.
one of friend of mine. So then Mahadevan, another friend of mine, he did recently this
Had ek Dastan. What Dastan was it?
the freedom one of the freedom fighters.
Okay,
movie, yeah.
okay, okay.
Very selective.
E Snehatiratu Malayalam movie is there. How you connected with that movie?
You know, the producer came and the director, they were there and came and met me a few times. They said it's a very basically classical music and they have to have my music and things like that. But then they were very flexible. The timing, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, I had total freedom. So it worked out.
Gaur Hari Dastan was the other
Gaur
Hindi
Hari
movie.
Dastan,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That was also a true story.
True story. This
So
is
the music was slightly different. It was not like a crass it's not like a commercial film. So he was able to use his violin and do a little different kind of, you know, used my voice with more like a patriotic film.
Some people going slowly with the music till the journey, but some people do experiments every time. Do you like to, you are enjoying with that kind of experiments in music?
Actually, shall I tell you, shall I answer that question
Yeah,
for him?
sure, sure.
From the time he became a violinist and lived in US, he's been the one of the the origin of fusion music, how it happened with American and Indians and everything. He's the founder because 85, 86 his first fusion album came. So he's known as a great experimental person and a person who started the entire genre of fusion. He's one of the father figures of that. So he's done a lot of experimentation. Now I'll let you answer your question. Sorry.
It's very beautiful when asking to you.
I'm
and
always
you are the
supporting him.
answer.
You know? Anything happens, I'm always fighting for his rights.
How was your journey?
Because I really admire him for his music.
Is that the music only thing connected with you?
I'll let him answer that.
I was asking for a friend of mine to send some cassettes of a singer who is who has a big range, one of the finest singers. So he sent me several tapes of different people. But when I heard her voice, I realized it has some extra dimension. It's because some of them sang very romantic songs, some of them certain other classical based songs. But versatility of voice and range and emotions, I picked up this tape and said, find out who it is and we'll try to do it. That's how we met. So it was music brought together. Then I proposed her, said, let's do projects. So we started doing a lot of musical things. She did the Global Fusion album, which was a major thing for Warner Brothers. That was released by Warner Brothers. Then recently she has done a lot of orchestral things. Once we shifted to Bangalore, I said, we got very, very busy with orchestral works. Recently, the specially written orchestral piece for India's 70 years called Bharat Symphony. So music has kept us going and we do a lot of things together and enjoy not only music, also each other's company. Life is going on like that.
Because your father is in Kochi, Tripunithara, so we hope that academy is also happening in Kochi, and is it happening
Yeah,
soon?
we have been looking for some support to establish the thing. Because basically we want a space where we can create a independent global center in my father's name and a library in my mother's name. Because they were from here, what they did, how they brought us up and where they brought the music to, people should know that. That has been my dream.
Yeah, father is in Kochi, so it's happened to in Kochi.
Hopefully,
hopefully
this area.
Cochin would be good, yeah.
Cochin will be good because basically
all the children can also come here easily and learn.
A lot of people are interested in music here.
There's so many young children who are learning violin here, you know, so many young children.
Even yesterday.
And yesterday there was he performed at the Maliyur Ganapati temple. There were so many children who were music and who said, we want to come and learn from you. He said, come to Bangalore, to my house. So we are just thinking, for these children to come to Bangalore, sometimes it might be difficult. But if we have a good center here, and he comes quite often, they can come to this center and learn from him in Bangalore, in Cochin. It makes life easier for them because Maliyur is not so far. Cochin and around surrounding areas, they can all, from Kottayam, they can all come and learn.
Kerala has produced a lot of great musicians. Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavathar, Palkat Mani Iyer, M.D. Ramanathan, K.V. Narayan Swami. A lot of people have come from here. So T.N. Krishnan, Professor T.N. Krishnan. And so I think if support is there and center is created, can you imagine how many more greatest musicians for Carnatic music will be from here? That opportunity is not here right
Like you said, India have much freedom for artists, but some exceptions is also there. Some artists have some restriction to perform in India, like Pakistani artists. Do you think it's fair, like a country in India?
Artistic freedom for us absolutely has been no question of anything. And I know about the restriction in some other country. Once you go to certain countries, if you even say a few things against the government or against few people, you disappear. Here it is not there.
Yeah, and some countries maybe I cannot sing a bhajan or whatever. But in India it doesn't happen. Wherever you go, you can sing any song and people accept any song. Which in India I've never felt there's any restrictions anywhere.
There are certain states you go there. I mean, we don't go to those states.
Actually, here you'll see that quite a few of the Pakistani artists have got work from India. Their songs have been a super hit in India, you know, whether it is Ghulam Ali Saab or Rahat Ali, Atif Aslam, they've all made a big name in India. So I think
even
India
though we have a lot of singers here, still
I think we are very broad-minded about
here.
our art and culture. Extremely, we are very.
We're very happy to be.
Very
Why we should stay in India? I shifted to India. I used to live in US. So I can play, I can do anything, I do competition, whatever I like. I play wherever I like. Nobody says you can't play here, you can't do that. Absolutely.
I think artists have a good life in India.
Very good life.
You're working with great music directors. It's a rare thing. Or a singer gets that kind of chance. Our experience enganundairunnu?
I have worked with some great music directors, Lakshmikant Pyarelal, R.D. Burman, Khayyam, U.P. Nayyar, even with Naushad Saab. Then amongst the younger generation, we have A.R. Rahman, Jatin Lalit, Ismail Darbar, and I've also had the good fortune of singing just a few songs for Ilayaraja sir also. So it is, you know, singing for different people, it really enriches your life. Because it's not only their music, what I have seen is not only their music, the compositions, learning the composition is one thing, learning singing it in front of the mic is one effort. But I have seen how, you know, how all these people are so dedicated to their work, how they are so involved with what the script requires, how the song matches the script, their artistry. So seeing their dedication and focus has been a great learning experience for me also.
துள்ளி வரும் காற்றே தாய்மொழி பேசு நிலவுள்ள வரையில் நிலமுள்ள வரையில் நெஞ்சினில் வீசு துள்ளி வரும் காற்றே துளி வரும் காற்றே தாய்மொழி பேசு காற்றே என் வாசல் வந்தாய் மெதுவாக கதவு திறந்தாய் காற்றே உன் பேரை கேட்டேன் காதல் என்றாய்.
So I'm very grateful that I got to work with so many people in my life. Big music directors, small music directors, then big music directors in different languages also. You know, I sang a lot of Bengali songs, lot of Marathi songs, quite a few Gujarati songs. So when I think about all these people I've worked in different languages also, it's a great experience.
Listening to your music, Tugari is one of favorite one, and people love that music every time without any generations. Can you sing some words of that song for us?
Aaye re, main to aayi hu tere liye, toda re, har bandhan ko प्यार के लिए, जान रे इन सांसों में बस जाऊं मैं, आजा रे आजा तुझ में समा